welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central. I am Ingles, and with me today, no one other than the king of Afro-Dancehall. This man holds down Diaspora at 100% right over his shoulders. He definitely leaving no room for any slackers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Diaspora Central to introduce and present his new album, HEPH B. Welcome to Diaspora Central.
What's good? Yes, sir. What's going on, brother? It's always a pleasure, man.
Man.
Your family already, and I feel blessed to be connected with you. So definitely.
Listen, brother, the first thing that I gotta say is thank you very much for being a man of your word, because I tell you that's what we appreciate. We appreciate men who say that they're gonna do something, and then come. Even if he comes late, still comes through. But you always on time, man, and I appreciate that. Yes, sir. I'm used to having you here with me right in the studio, brother. So it's kind of going to be an interesting conversation, because you and I will vibe differently when we write in person.
Absolutely, man. I'm out here in California, just putting in the work. I got a lot of things going on. So
yeah,
I'm out here, closing up on one or two business deals. And, what I mean? So at the end of the day, man's got to stay busy.
Indeed,
so
man.
That's all it takes. That's all it's all about.
Yeah, indeed. As a matter of fact, let's start getting into it, because since the last time we have spoken, dude, you have gone out and you have put out a new wine line. You started your line brand, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Tell us a little bit about it, man.
Yeah, so far, I launched my own line of Moscato wine back in April, and it's been great. Like Grand Plaisir, that's the name of my wine company, and the flavor is actually called Tropical Breeze. So that's a combination. I had to bring something that relates to the Caribbean, which is my part, and also being African as well, being Nigerian as well too. You know what I mean? So when you hear like Grand Plaisir in French means the great pleasure,
right?
And Tropical Breeze, when you hear Tropical Breeze, you're already feeling the island vibe,
right?
You know what I mean? So that's and so far so good. It's been great, so many people love it. I mean, we're doing really great, you know what I mean? So I can't really complain about that. And we're definitely we're looking to expand more.
Right.
Businesses take time to grow, but so far the support has been great.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I mean, I had a chance to go to the launching of that thing, man, and I mean, listen, it really starts with the fact that, hey, definitely have a vision of where you want that brand to go, because so basically we just need to go out there and look for the Grand Plaisir, and that's your stuff.
Right.
That's a big move, man. That's a big move right there, huh?
Hey, man.
As a matter of fact,
That's right.
Yeah, in all honesty, I gotta say definitely congratulations, because I think when it comes to the diaspora, you are probably the first one to put something out.
Hey, man, and that's what makes me different, because I always, one thing about me is I love to break records. I love to just stand out and just do what I got to do. I'm not watching nobody. I'm not in competition with nobody. I just do me. And when it comes to me, I like to set standard.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that I set standard. And I think that's probably inspired other artists to just go out there and just do what they got to do and just be you. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
No, man definitely focused. So there was Le Grand Plaisir. So you come right off the release of your new wine brand, Le Grand Plaisir, the first flavor, Tropical Breeze, and you jump into Amarii.
Right, absolutely.
Right?
Yes, Amarii, yes, definitely.
Now we know that Amarii is not just a title that came out of the blue. I mean, there's actually a meaning to Amarii. To tell us a bit about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Amarii is my son. Amarii is my first son, and I needed something that can show legacy. You know what I mean? So I named the project after him. Amarii with a double I means given by God. So it's a gift. So children, kids are gifts from God. So just me naming my next project after his name means a lot to me, because he was a blessing.
Right.
You know what I mean, and with the name given by God, I had to just put everything into that project. And It's made 3 years. I'm 3 years old, and this album, I've started working on this album years ago. So I give it my all, growth, pain, struggles, the whole 9 yards.
Right. No, that definitely a great move. But let's do this, man, because I know you probably already have something that you can go ahead and get our viewers or our listeners to kind of check out, right? Let's go into a break and give us anything that you may have. Is it a song, a visual? What do you got? What do you have so far?
Yeah, so I have a single off the album that's already out.
Okay.
It's titled called Hide. Okay. Hide featuring Miles B. Miles B, is another talented, great R&B artist.
Right.
He lived in Atlanta off Chris Brown and Troy Taylor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a great artist, man. And, we had a collaboration. The song was produced by Grammy-nominated producer that lives in the UK, big up to Flip Tunes music, great producer and whatnot. So yeah, so it was a combination. So it's pretty much, it's a dancehall R&B vibe type of song, summer jam song. And yeah, it's been great. So Hide definitely is what's out currently right now. You can find it on all platforms. Just look up Hide, HEPH B Hide featuring Mal.
Yeah, no, definitely. So let's go into our first break and check out Hide right now by FB. Yes, that's the Afro-Dancehall king right here on Diaspora Central with Ingles.
With me, what you doing? I've been out looking for the one like you. I've been clueless. I've been searching for the longest. Girl, don't you hide away from me. I've been on it. Girl, don't you hide away from me.
Yo, bad girl, forward on your sexy body. In your tight skirts, come out with your sexy body. Why you hide from me? Want see that sexy body. I saw you bad, so you want see that sexy body.
You want me like me, want really get to know yourself. This ain't a joke, then maybe I'm not be sure. I hear me wanting, I me like me, I go celebrate. I saw me all white clean, I me that me can't hide from me now. Come on, me like me, I me have the good thing, then we are gonna make you feel like right for me, baby, me know you bad, so big, get me wrong, let me know. I you the love of me life, so me never let you go. Me never cheat on you, girl, I you me never love. No, go.
Tell me what you play, I didn't seek with me, what you doing? I've been out looking for the one like you, I've been clueless. I've been searching for the longest. Girl, don't you hide away.
And we are back. If you have just tuned in, you are now checking out Diaspora Central. And my guest today is HEPH B, the king of Afro-Dancehall. Definitely showcasing his new album, Amarii. And we just finished watching his brand new single, Hide. HEPH B.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is great music, brother. This is
good, man.
you bringing it back. You bringing the musicianship back into dance hall, into Afro dance. I mean, in all honesty, it's a genre that people say, Afro dancehall is a brand new genre. But in all honesty, prior to you, there have been artists like Shinehead, right? Back in the day, you kind of did a flavor somewhat similar to that, right? It was dancehall / something, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then he came.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely, man. You got to be different what you're doing, man. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you come out now with this new flavor that definitely incorporates that bit of essence of Afro beats and dude, this is definitely hot. So how did the concept for High come about?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like I said, Miles B is a great R&B artist. You know what I mean? He killed it on the hook of the song, and I just felt, with the whole lockdown, we just had to come up with something that showed that okay, there's no need to hide anymore. The outside is open.
Right.
Everyone's taking a vaccine, things are open. So like, it's time to come outside and have fun. It's a summer jam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's summer. Let's come out and have fun. So there's no need to hide. There's no hide in regards to situation or whatever it is that we've had to deal with or whatever thing we've been dealing with in the past. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the whole concept. It's like, hey, let's come on, let's have fun. I have my girl. I met this girl, she just wants to feel like she wants to stay indoors.
Right.
There's nothing to start, so let's come outside. There's no need to hide. That was the whole concept of the song.
Got you. So no more hiding. Basically, that season of hiding is pretty much over. Now it's time to come out and show. Yeah, show off a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now, when it comes to this album, what are some of the special things about it that you definitely think that makes it different from everything else that not only that you have done before but that other people may have done in the past?
It took me 3 years to really come project, and it's a different sounds,
right,
different message.
Yeah.
I mean, you can from the beginning to the end, it's like the album is gonna give you a whole different mood, a good mood, a happy mood, a mood of reality,
right,
a mood of like wow, like, you know what I mean? Like it's something that is gonna put you in a different setting, like. Some of the songs when you hear, you're like, what is that FB? You know what I mean? So I had to make sure that I come doing different.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So this album is a great masterpiece, great that work on it for me. And I'm ready to let the world hear what it's all about. I mean, from a hide, listening to that's something you will hear a portion of R&B dancehall. From my first single off the album, Dancehall, that's Afro-Dancehall, the combination of Afrobeat and so we have pure reggae. We have R&B, we have pop, we have a little bit of rap in it. So I tapped into every angle that you can ever imagine that HEPH B can, because people tend to forget that, I started off as a rapper,
right?
Being from New York, but then I switched my sound, so I tapped into those angles that unexpected. So you will definitely see it on the album.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was time for me to give the world more of me. You know what I mean? And that was the reason why I embraced my roots. I said, okay, the only way to actually give the world more is to be different and embrace my roots, being African and Caribbean as well. So that was how the whole Afro-Dancehall genre came about with me. Whereby I needed a sound. I needed to go find myself and give a sound that has a mixture of the Afro beat, because Afro beat is already on the rise already, and we've always had dancehall for ages. I think the combination of both just put me to stand out. And that's what right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's what makes you an award-winning artist. That's what makes you a great artist. Let's see if we can kind of take another break. Because it looks like your end is having a little bit of technical problems again on the bandwidth. So let's go ahead and take another break. Let's go into another video by FB. This is the king of Afro-Dancehall. And remember, not only just the king of Afro-Dancehall, this is the award-nominated and award-winning artist, FB, right here on Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles. We'll be right back.
My mama 24/7, you ain't about the drama. No drama, no drama. Put you on designers. Take you around the world in my pajamas. You deserve everything, cause you stay praying constantly. You sacrifice everything just to make sure we never fade. My mama working, day and night no stopping. Ain't no man can break her down, she strung like a Rocky. Never been so cocky, man, I take you Abu Dhabi. And them long nights, that's all you cry, you drive me going crazy. Your heart break, let me make you smile again. You got your grandkids, that gon' keep you up again. And nothing in this world could ever stop me from loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you.
We are back. If you have just joined us, you are now tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles, and my guest today is no one other than the king of Afro-Dancehall, the award-nominated and award-winning artist, HEPH B.
Yes, sir.
CEO, entrepreneur.
Sir, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely, man. You getting on the lineup of moguls. See, you straight up a mogul now, because
that's it, man. Yeah? That's it.
You
that's
just
what it's all about.
Yeah, you're definitely not hiding.
That's right. No hiding, man. No hiding at all. No hiding. You gotta come outside and get the bang. Do it.
Exactly. Just like the single says.
No more hiding.
Yeah, no, dude, and you definitely not hiding in all fronts, man. You're not hiding in your musicianship. You're not hiding on your entrepreneurship. You're not hiding. Period.
That's it, man. No hiding, man.
Yeah.
No hiding.
Yeah, but that's one of the cool things, man. Especially when it comes to you pertaining to your musicianship. It's like a lot of people sometimes tend to judge like artists that they just see, oh, okay, well, he can write a few rhymes or he can spit, or you got flow or whatever, and that's basically it. But when it comes to you, you're an actual musician.
Yeah. So growing up in church, I grew up in church, and I played the piano, I played the drums, and I was well known as a drummer. You know what I mean, in the Jersey, New York area, because that's where I grew up at before moving to Houston, Texas. And yeah, and with that, I think that kind of helped my musical career, with the writing and with the understanding music and understanding sound. You know what I mean? And yeah, so with that being said, I started off doing, inspirational music, music that can uplift people. I started doing music that, it has to do with, gospel that speaks a loud message. And I think that was how everything started off for me. And after I grew a little bit more, I realized that there was more, there's more to give the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I embrace sound. I just embrace my roots. And having the Nigerian and the Caribbean Jamaican background, I just feel like it was right to just bring both together. That's where the Afro-Caribbean sound comes in play.
Yeah.
The Afro dance. So the Afro beat has all been for years.
Right.
But now in the last 10 years, Afrobeat has been something that everybody listens to now.
Right.
And reggae and dancehall has always been the biggest, genre for years in the 80s, in the 70s. And people listen to, reggae and dancehall. So I feel it was right to just put both sounds together. And that's where I came from. And let me bring both my cultures together and just give it a sound. And that's where the Afro dancehall came in play. And today we're doing it big, man. We're doing it major.
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And we loving it, man. And we're rooting for you, because at the end of the day, what we want to see is people who work hard for what they want, man, to actually get it. And it feels good to see you win, because trust you and me, man, when you win, we winning, because we believe in you. Absolutely. And we definitely rooting for you. And another aspect, man, because a lot of people sometimes get that idea that, success is just, hey, get it done, it'll be done, and boom, it's done. As soon as they meet a barrier, they kind of want to back down and get away from it. They kind of fail when they see people like you who have actually paid their dues, started as a drummer, a man who actually picked up an instrument, masters an instrument that he plays. So today, whether you're the lead man of a band or not the lead man of a band, you still can be part of that band to make that band a successful band.
That's fact.
So paying your dues is always important. Right. And then if there's something else that go ahead.
And the bigger thing is that people, maybe I need to make people understand that outside of all the flashiness, the flashlights, cameras outside on the big stages, I'm still so humble enough that on a Sunday or whenever I'm around and back home, I still play at my church. My pastor knows that. My pastor trusts me. He loves me for that, because I could be gone for months, and as soon as I'm home, you will see me right back in my church on those drums, on those piano.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm just giving God what he deserves, and
indeed,
I'm also using my talent.
Indeed. Yeah, no, that's appreciation. That's appreciation and praise and thankfulness for the blessings that because a lot of times we tend to forget that, what, all those blessings are given to us because because through us we can show the world that it is possible to get something and get something done well done, man. You definitely an exemplary man. Now, Amarii, named after the firstborn. And we all know that the firstborn of a king is a prince.
That's right. Absolutely. That's why his name is Prince Amarii.
There you go. Not to be confused with at all. And talking about this album, man, the essence of this album, what is the rawness about it that makes this one a different one from everything else?
This is more of a legacy thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like every father wants to leave a legacy, for their kids. And I felt, I needed to do a project that can leave a legacy for them. This album is a masterpiece. You know, I've been working on this album for the last 3 years. Amarii is 3 years old, and I've been working on this album since he was born.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So meaning that it's 3 years old, and I started working on this album 3 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think it was right. And now this masterpiece has a combination of every sound that you can ever imagine. Like I brought in my all, my 100,
Right.
my A game. You know what I mean? The pain, the struggles. You know, this album is an album that has, you know, so many messages in it. You know what I'm saying? I spoke reality. I spoke about life in general. You know, I spoke about you being happy.
Right.
You know, I spoke about pain. You know what I mean? So it's a masterpiece, man. And I just had to come sleep late night. Sometimes 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm up recording. You know what I mean? Just want to make sure that I give a masterpiece.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the realness about this album, and trust me, everyone who would definitely listen to this album will be shocked because I touched every angle of music with my sound.
Yeah. No, definitely sweet. Now, there's one thing actually, and this is sort of on a sad note, and I don't even know if it is public knowledge, but you know, we reporters, we journalists always find a way of finding certain information out, and you don't have to comment on it if you don't want to, but you know, it did come to our occurrence that you actually had a scheduled appearance on this album by the late you already know where I'm going with this, right?
You know, go ahead. I said not at all. I don't think I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you know that in the hip hop community we lost someone very dear to the hip hop community, someone that pretty much led the Rough Riders,
absolutely.
right? Yeah. Can we talk about that?
Yeah. Oh man, that's really dope. You know, DMX, man, DMX is one of the greatest artists in the hip hop history that I respect and I look up to a lot. You know, growing up in New York, New Jersey, New York, DMX was one of the people that actually made me start rapping because, you know, we're from New York, we're from Jersey, New York, you know, all we do was rap back in the day. We're talking about the early 2000s and DMX has been rapping. DMX has been, you know, I mean, the 2000s was the timing, you know. So one of the songs that I loved from DMX was Lord Give Me a Sign. And I remember sometimes last year I did a remix of that song, Lord Give Me a Sign, and I spoke my heart out. Right. And I sent him a DM. I tagged them in the video, and the song did a video for it. And I tagged them, and I showed him a DM. I'm like, hey, you know, you responded, and just, you know, just something nice to him. And I was surprised he responded back. And it's like, hey, listen, man, I see what you're doing. Keep it up. You know, I'm like, I'd love to work with you. And he asked me, like, you know, well, I can work with you on your upcoming album or whatever it is you need to do. He literally asked me how much can I afford to pay, and I was surprised because, you know, usually big artists like that was like, oh, give me 20 grand, 10 grand, that kind of thing. And I told him, I said, hey, here's my budget. As an independent artist, I don't have my own label. I'm my own, you know, CEO. Right. I usually spend within $2 grand and $3 grand. And I don't want to self because, you know, I have the things I have to take care of. But I was surprised when he said for $1,000, he would do my intro for me. Wow. He was going to jump on the album and I can feature him and he was going to do my intro. And unfortunately, that's one thing I learned about timing. Right. You know, the biggest part of what had happened was I didn't take time. I didn't respond back immediately. Like I didn't move fast. Right. You know, enough to say him like, okay, you know what, let's get this going. And before you know, that man gone, man. And that really hurt me a lot because that had been an iconic thing for me and my family and my son, knowing that, okay, DMX, the legend who passed away, was on the Amarii album, on the intro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And but It's all good. We all learn, you know. We all
Indeed,
learn.
indeed. But you know, everything in God's time also, because at the end of the day, you know what? It's still someone definitely that has left a major mark. It's still someone that has influenced you and influenced you positively, right? And even throughout all that taught you one big lesson, right? Which is timing and yeah, and which is still a great thing. But you know what, man? You know that you got too much heat for us to talk for too long, so I have to go into another break and showcase something of yours. So any of your videos that you want to pass right now?
Yeah, let's get Koseri on, man. Let it what he had to say.
All right, man.
Another big song right now, doing good in Nigeria, and everybody loves it, man.
Indeed. So let's go ahead and take this quick break into Koseri with King FB, and when we get back, let's talk about his trip to Nigeria. We'll be right back. Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles and King FB.
Many things. Too much money in the bank. I mean, they hustle every day for the bar. Pull up in a 1 year Brazilian's bar. Big boy starting with a beam, Mujuba. And me can't take my stand, Mujuba. Let me joke for the street when you see these boys, them hustle. Every day for the thief, one day could be for the owner. Koseri, from my stand on the ground, they will not play. Jump up on the beat, it's okay. With the ground, with the shine, it's okay. Anything that we do, Koseri. Running non-stop, Koseri. Many things, Koseri. Too much money in the bank, Koseri. Anything that we do, Koseri. Running non-stop, Koseri. Many things, Koseri. Too much money in the bank, Koseri. I just put in work, oh my God, easy, Koseri. My network, they on 4G, I'm on stairs. You know, send any bagger. Tough rock like Rihanna. Make them know see I be the done dada. Boss move fast, so I be their father. Me no send any bagger. Tough rock like Rihanna. Make them know see I be the done dada. Boss move fast, so I be their father. That we do, Koseri. Running non-stop, Koseri. Many
and we are back. If you have just joined us, you are tuned into Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles and my guest today, FB, the king of Afro-Dancehall, the entrepreneur. Let's just say the business muggle, up and coming, there definitely. Yeah.
Let's do it, yeah.
My man. Yeah. But yo, FB. Let's talk a bit about Koseri, right?
Right.
And your trip to Jamaica. I mean, not to Jamaica, actually to Africa. You went to Nigeria.
Yeah, I went to Nigeria.
Yeah, you went to Nigeria. So let's kind of talk a little bit about both of those things. Let's start with Koseri, the video. Just a bit of background on that video right there.
You know, Koseri is pretty much it's a everybody's song. You know what I'm saying? When you tell somebody Koseri means that I'm not playing.
Yeah. I'm
not joking. I'm serious. I'm dead ass. I'm for real.
Right.
No time to play. Move. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that song is like every hustler song.
Right.
You know, like the chorus say, anything that we do, Koseri, meaning that whatever it is that we do, we're not playing.
Yeah.
We're serious. We're here to get the bag.
Right.
We're here to move things. You know what I'm saying? Make things happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what Koseri is all about. And I feel I needed something to speak to my Africans, to my Nigerians, and to every level of Afrobeat, saying that in life, no matter what you do,
right,
you know, we all have goals and dreams, and you gotta be on top of your game. So when you're on top of your game, it means Koseri. That's what that means.
Yeah, man, elevating the bar, putting up a new standard.
That's it, man. That's it. And you know, even going to Nigeria, you know, Nigeria is always home. You know, anyway, and you know, the song has been accepted like literally like everywhere, and you know, the videos are on TV, like major TVs, MTV Base, you know, HEPH TV, you know, like a whole bunch of like the radio stations are playing. Like it's amazing. So just seeing, you know, that masterpiece of a song transcend and goes water, and people can relate to the song and people love the song. Like, wow, it's a blessing. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that as well.
Oh yeah, indeed. And that's one of those things that I think, in my opinion, it's definitely a ultimate feeling of acceptance when you go home and you realize that, you know what you have done has actually transcended that circle that is right next to you, right? It's now beyond that. I mean, you bigger than what it is. Now, how was your trip to Nigeria, man?
Oh, it was great, man. It's always great. Anytime I go to Nigeria, it's always lovely, man. You get the work done, and the people love HEPH B. You know what I'm saying? The fans, the supporters, everybody. It's home. So and it's just like when I go back to Jamaica as well too.
Right.
The love is there.
Oh yeah, indeed.
The family is there, and we just get the works done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, one of the interesting thing that a lot of people don't know, people think that the fact that you were born stateside, they don't realize that you were actually also raised in Nigeria for a little bit of time.
Yeah. Absolutely, I did. Yeah. So and that's where everything comes in play, because we always have to have that background and have that culture, embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? My son Amarii actually lived in Nigeria for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
That's the funny thing about it. Yeah, he did. He lived in Nigeria for 2 years.
Yeah.
And now he's back to the U.S.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? With his little brother and his sisters and family, and all of us are here.
Right.
But him living there for 2 years, I saw a lot of changes. I saw a lot of things. He grew, he matured.
Right.
And that's one thing living outside of America will do to you, especially if you're from an African country or a Caribbean country, because the level of education is different. The way things are being done is different. You become more wiser and smarter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely. Now let's get back into Amarii. So the first single was Hide. It was actually Amatonso.
Oh,
Amatonso. That's right. That's right. Amatonso. Yes. Amatonso was the first single, and then right.
It was the first single, and Hide.
And then Hide you put out next. So what is the next one that you're planning to put out?
Right now, Hide is still going on. The album drops on the 8th.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we're pushing Hide. The Hide is still doing numbers. It's still, still out there. So we just focus on just making sure the album moves.
Yeah.
We're just pushing, the one that we have out there. And mind you, Kosera is still doing his thing.
Right.
Best Feeling is still doing his thing. Best Feeling is still doing his thing.
Best Feeling. That's definitely one of my favorites, man. I have both Kosera and Best Feeling on my playlist. And Best Feeling is one of those that dude, there's something about that song. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's like, every time I hear that song, you know what's funny though? Every time I hear that song, the one thing that comes to mind to me is Le Grand Plaisir, man.
There we go. That's
that song has become the signature for Le Grand Plaisir.
And the thing is, absolutely, and that's where the whole name came from, because I name after Best Feeling. When you drink Le Grand Plaisir,
right?
How do you feel after that? It gives you the best feeling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that was the song was already out doing its thing already, but I needed a connection between the song Best Feeling and then the brand of my wine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And that's how Le Grand Plaisir. The great pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now, as you know, in this program, I always like to give hope, and I like to give knowledge. I like to drop a few, or get my guests to drop a few gems for the people who actually listen, so that they can learn something off of it. You, a man who's basically, and I shouldn't even say a man. You are one of the individuals that is heading a institution with your spouse, okay? Something that very few people actually, especially in diaspora and Afro-Diaspora community, very few people do that. And that's something to be commendable, because it's you and your spouse running this institution called HEPH B. So your spouse is highly involved. She's definitely in there all the time. How are you guys able to manage both the personal life and the business life in the successful manner that you guys have been doing? And what is one of the secrets that you could give people, so that in case someone else needs to try, they know exactly where to start?
Patience.
Patience.
That's the key word. Patience. Patience. you gotta have patience, man. You know, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. You gotta have patience. As a man, I think every man should exercise patience. If you're in a relationship with a woman,
Right.
if you're married to a woman, if you're friends with a woman that you call your best friend, whatever it is that you're doing with a woman, you have to exercise patience.
Right.
And that's the number one thing that I've always learned, to always have patience. And you know, and if you have a spouse that understands you and knows your dream, she's always gonna support, because she has her own dreams as well too.
Indeed.
But the combination of both of you guys together is to support one another. And it's important to find a woman, to have a woman that can support you with what you do. And while she's supporting you, you guys gonna bump heads. They're gonna be, you know, arguments and you know, misunderstanding and agree to disagree. But find that balance, find the thin line whereby you guys can come to an agreement. And because guess what? If you win, she wins.
Indeed.
You know, she wins, you win.
Indeed.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And there you have it right there. FB, now the counselor, the marriage counselor, the couples counselor. And I mean, this man is an example to the community. And and you know me, man, I'm always going to showcase you exactly as you are, because
Absolutely.
in all honesty, I think that that's the one thing that our community sometimes fails to have is the transparency for the good things that do happen. We always quick to call out people for doing things wrong or gossip on people and whatever. But we never nice enough to show the transparency of the good things that individuals actually do. And you are an exemplary man for the community, someone that definitely needs to be showcased, because aside from being a very present father, a very good businessman, a very good artist, you a man who still holds a 9-to-5, making sure that your family and everything else is taken care of. So you going after your dreams,
correct,
right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct, man. You know, you got to do it, man, because, you know, as a family man, you know, you have to be able to do everything to take care of your family, you know, because guess what? The musical career is going to be there.
Right.
Music is always going to be there. It's
Indeed.
not going to go, but your family is important. Family comes first,
Right.
and everything else follow.
Indeed.
And I make sure that, you know, with my regular job, I have a great job, you know, as an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
I mean, I make sure that my family's been fed, the bills are paid, the mortgage is paid, the car insurance, the phone bill is on. And then, you know, we also do the music and we have the business as well too, you know what I mean? So some way, somehow we gotta get money to put money into something and make money back.
Yeah, no, making things happen, multiple streams of income, trying to live the American dream. And this is FB right here on Diaspora Central. Hey, King, there's one thing that you gotta let us know. How many cuts on this album?
We have 17 tracks and 2 bonus tracks.
Woo! So this is a 19-track album.
I tell you, man.
Koseri.
Song 17 and 2 bonus. Exactly. There we go. Koseri. No time that we ain't playing. We're not playing.
Indeed.
You know?
Now, and of course, I'm sure that you have probably other collaborations on the album also.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
You know, we have great collaborations. You know, I have, and the thing is that I only have one female artist on this album, and it was right to put her on. She's one of the most talented. She's one of the most talented, you know, singer in Jamaica. You know, big up to Lavish.
Okay.
She's amazing, and I think it was just right to have her on it. I have other, you know, or the Caribbean artists or the reggae dancer artists on the album. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's been great. But yeah, from the combination of, you know, Miles B and, you know, other great artists, and yeah, so definitely, man, I just want y'all to just wait till you drops,
right,
and then you get to see the testimony, you get to hear the good news of it.
There you go. So this is definitely one of those that I already know, at least for my part, and I can say this one is going all 19 tracks got to go right into my phone, into my iTunes account. Yeah, we definitely appreciate. Yeah, we appreciate you taking time to come through, man. Anything else that you would like to let our audience know? Anything that you have upcoming and any shows?
I mean, right now, album drops, as soon as the album drops, we're gonna look into, doing a Amarii tour, you know what I mean? And as things are opening up, just to take things on another level, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we just basically doing the work and just making sure, I do me, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
I can't be somebody else, I have to be me.
Right.
So, the world loves you. So, and yeah, the greater things in store coming, I mean, I don't want to say too much, but trust me, if you know, follow me on Instagram, King_HEPH B. You can see updates there. And, I always love to share me with my fans and people who support. So big up to everyone who supports HEPH B. Big up to everyone who supports the Grand Plaisir. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, man, we're going up. We're never going down.
Nah, and we definitely appreciate you for always making sure that we are also good, keeping your word with your appointments with us. You're definitely a man of your word, and we do that certain things.
You, my brother.
Yeah, man, it's definitely lovely. So you heard it right here on Diaspora Central. You gotta pay attention to the brand new album, which is Amarii, and that's Amarii with the double I at the end. And of course, trust you and me, the one accent thing that you want to do when you pick up that album, and I would say pick up yourself the bottle of Le Grand Plaisir, Tropical Breeze.
That's right.
Get that already, get it chilled so you got enough wine to be able to listen to the entire 19 tracks.
That's correct. Absolutely correct, man.
That's good music right there. FB, thanks again, man, for joining us here on Diaspora Central.
Appreciate you, brother, man. It's always love, always, man. Big up to all you're doing, man. You're the man.
Definitely, man. With guys like you, keep us going, brother. And I appreciate you for appreciating us. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure being here.
All right, so one more video that we can go out on. One video of yours, man.
Yeah, Look at Me Now. LAMN, Look at Me Now featuring Mastercraft. That's another big song. Big up to Mastercraft all the way. One of the biggest producers out of Nigeria. He's produced for Flavor, for Wizkid, for, Davido. So big up to Mastercraft, man. So Look at Me Now, LAMN means Look at Me Now featuring Mastercraft. And yeah, so Look at Me Now. Look at me now.
There you go. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now, looking at you. The diaspora, the whole diaspora right now should be looking at you because, brother, you exemplary and you definitely giving hope to our community. So thank you again for joining us, man. And listen, keep on being that bridge between the diaspora and the continents because what you're doing, brother, is definitely necessary, man.
Thank you.
All right, definitely. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, respect. And that has been HEPH B, Diaspora Stand Up. Look at me now, right here on Diaspora Central. Until next time, peace.
Pussy tight and sweet like the honey. Only by money me I fi dash with. Feel you are me baby. The brown skin get me I go dash with. Bentron bully that I mine him. Deal with it in like a master. So ling-a-ling-a-ling. HEPH B the king. Loving you daily baby that's my thing. Ling-a-ling-a-ling. HEPH B the king. Loving you every day that's my thing. Me I fi giving you loving you and I'm loving you loving you. Be loving you every day.
Yeah, sweet, sweet loving way you give me make me warmer. Baby tell me what I want some. Put them on HEPH B no more dancer. Me loving you girl no option. Yeah, sweet, sweet loving way you give me make me warmer. Baby tell me what I want some. Put them on HEPH B no more dancer. Me loving you girl no option. Me I just want spend this money. Me I just want tell you something. Me I just want bless you baby. Me I just want do the things that you like. Give my power. Get that, you dey fuck with me, my baby sharp like knife. You too sharp, that body fit to kill the person.
You let me giving you my girl. Me know say you bad, cause you better than bad. Body look good, you shape bad. Me African beauty, me land me too bad. Me I be loving you, and I'm kissing you, you be loving me daily. Me I be loving you, and I'm kissing you, you be loving me daily.
Yeah, sweet, love me way you give me make me warmer. Baby tell me what I want some.